It's the first month of 2025, and usually January is a bit of a dud. This one is an exception.
Not a single bad album on this list. Forge mates, stick around for him.
Let's kick it off with Patriarkh Prophet Ilja, formerly known as Batushka, with all of the drama left behind, hopefully. The new record, Prophet Ilja, delves into the dark history of the Gersibauza sect. I'm not going to pronounce any of this stuff correctly because I'm not Polish. But you know what? The music fucking kicks ass. Inspired by the life of Ilja Klimowicz, an illiterate peasant who was a prophet and leader of the Orthodox Gersibauza sect, this 8-part opus weaves Polish lyrics, liturgical chants, and theatrical elements into a highly captivating narrative. The record also features a blend of black metal, folk, and symphonic elements, creating a very unique and immersive soundscape for fans of Batushka.
Since their get-go, this Polish black metal act has really been pushing the limits of theatrical metal, weaving narrative elements that we can't understand because we don't speak Polish, with that majestic folk-inspired black metal. It's a trope that is really standing strong, and we welcome it with open arms. This is sure to end up on many end-of-year lists.
I would not be surprised. This album boasts immaculate production, showcasing that intricate interplay of instruments and vocals. This is a really ambitious and deeply moving journey into the heart of darkness, solidifying Patriarch's position as a leading force in modern black metal. If you missed this album, definitely check it out. It is fucking awesome.
Am I in trouble? Spectrum. This record very fiercely explores the nuances between progressive rock and black metal. Definitely hearing a lot of those early prog rock influences like Yes or Steve Wilson, but we're also hearing a lot of those early lo-fi black metal acts that really spearheaded that first wave of traditional black metal, and they are all over this record.
Am I in Trouble? Spectrum is a very diverse and ambitious concept album inspired by early 2000s avant-garde black metal and, like you said, some of that prog rock that a lot of people love. In each track, it's named after a color, which is kind of cool. It explores distinct emotions and soundscapes within each song. From pastoral folk to blistering black metal, Weiner masterfully blends genres, incorporating guest appearances from bandmates and Negative Bliss and also Ashenheart, so kind of cool. Highlights of the album include the melancholic Pink and the haunting Black and the hopeful Green. Spectrum is a bold and highly rewarding listen. It kind of pushes boundaries, in my opinion.
This really kind of follows the path of bands like Catafalque, kind of blending a lot of those different influences from multiple genres, but really never straying too far from those extreme black metal roots. You might be in trouble if you don't check this one out.
Mutagenic host The Diseased Machine. This excellent debut record is a relentless slab of death metal, dude. Showcasing the band at the forefront of the UK's, I'm just gonna deem it the new wave of British death metal. It's influenced by 80s Floridian death metal in spades. The album blends brutality with groove and melody. Tracks like Neurological Necrosis and Gene Stealer showcases the band's highly technical ability, while songs like The Twisted Helix and Artificial Harvest of the Obscene deliver those crushing ass riffs and guttural vocals.
Death metal comes in a few distinct flavors these days. You've got that dissonant, cavernous style that really relies heavily on reverb and atmosphere. There's that Swedish melodic variety that we love. There's that technical, brutal slam. Mutagenic host doesn't really fit squarely into any of these, but where they do fit in is that Floridian style of death metal, like you said, and oh boy, is it just wonderful. If you love bands like Monstrosity, Malevolent Creation, or Hate Eternal, this UK-based death metal band is going to fit very nicely into your rotation.
This album explores the themes of the technology-driven apocalypse and societal decay with songs like organometallic assimilation and incomprehensible methods of slaughter, delivering intense, chaotic energy. It's just fucking awesome, man. Go check it out. Give the band some love. Buy some merch. Hey, if you dig these videos, thumbs up the video, leave a comment down below, really helps us out.
You might also like our Floridian-inspired death metal album that's about technology. It's called The Future Without Organic Life Forms. You should go check it out. It's like 13 minutes long. You'll love it. We got Forgemaster merchandise. Not only this design, but we got other designs too. Scope them out. They're in the description. Clouds, Desprins. Their 2021 release was one of our favorites of the year, so very thrilled to see them putting out something this soon. This is really one of the more overlooked doom bands, in my opinion.
Definitely.
There are probably a few reasons behind this, but for me, the prime suspect is that Clouds has always been kind of a band that wants to experiment within this already very niche subgenre. They introduce instruments that you don't normally hear in the subgenre, and they went very heavily on the flute for this one.
This is their 6th album, and it's bleak as fuck, it's introspective, and it's a great journey into the darkness of human existence. The poetic lyrics explore themes of crushing disappointment, just like me, pain and hollowness with raw honesty. The vocals range from harrowing roars to soulful, broken-hearted singing, and it's a powerful force throughout the album. The music perfectly complements the lyrics and its dynamic interplay with delicate melodies and crushing heaviness. This is a really gripping and emotionally devastating listen. Definitely check it out, man.
When your average tempo is like 65 beats per minute, it's tough to have variety, but this band pulls it off, and they have done so for many, many years. This is a strong and great addition to their catalog. If you like bands like Officium Trist, Shape of Despair, and Funeral, get on this one.
The Halo Effect, March of the Unheard. I didn't even know that these guys were going to put out another record. Michael Stan is on an absolute fucking tear with all of his projects lately. I want whatever he's having. Melodic death metal in the 2020s has somehow reached an even higher maturity. I don't really get it, but it has. This is their sophomore record, delivering exactly what fans expect. Soaring melodies, crushing riffs, and Stan's signature vocals.
I never would have pegged melodic death as still being relevant in 2025 to the degree that it really is. Part of me thought that like deathcore and metalcore were going to kind of completely take over the scene. And while they are bigger than ever, melodic death metal has really kind of like grown concurrently with those subgenres, giving us staples from tons of different bands that spearheaded the genres in the 90s. This is easily one of the most acclaimed records of the first quarter. We'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't put it on here. It's probably one of the best albums of the year so far.
Think everything that was great about Days of the Lost, but it's just dialed in further, right? It's a collection of expertly crafted melodic death metal tracks. While there's no like radical reinvention, the Halo Effect does prove that even within the confines of a already mature genre, there's still a ton of room for masterful execution.
Plague Wielder in Dust and Ash. One of metal's best kept secrets, man. This Blackened sludge band is from the US, and they grabbed our attention with their 2021 release, Covenant Death. This follow-up is a focused blend of blackened doom sludge that almost veers into that black gaze sort of territory before violently shoving your head back into the gloom.
This record blends post-black and sludge metal into a diverse and very powerful sound. Clean playing contrasts with aggressive black metal vocals, while those melodic guitar leads and atmospheric synths create a very immersive vibe throughout the record. The production is really highly professional too. I loved it. The lyrics focus on the forgotten working class, which is kind of a cool touch. I'd never really seen a band dive into that, which is interesting in the metal genre to do. Fans of post-black and sludge definitely will appreciate this. A total gem in the underground.
And like you said, I really enjoyed these modern sensibilities here between the stripped down songs, the production characteristics, and really the overall vibe of the album. Feels like I'm listening to a modern Blackened sludge record, which is a niche thing in its own way, right? In Dust and Ash, put this one in your ear holes.
Harakiri for the Sky, Scorched Earth. This is a captivating release that further solidifies the band's position as a leading force in the post-black metal genre. The Austrian duo masterfully weaves together intricate melodies, amazing riffs, and JJ's distinctive vocals. While can be oppressive at times, they really work within this band. It creates an atmosphere that's both beautiful and loaded with despair. The album delves deeper into melancholic territory here somehow. I don't know how they do it every album, but they do. With extended instrumental passages, and it just evokes a sense of longing and introspection.
This is the fourth album that Harakiri for the Sky has released since we actually started Forgemasters. If for some reason you haven't heard of this band now going on their 8th album, that's probably the first thing you should do. Scope their entire catalog. It'll take some time to get through, but we promise that you will be well rewarded by exposing yourself to the band's awesome blend of post-rock, black gaze, melodic death doom, and this never-ending well of sorrow, dude. Their albums are long. This one is no exception, but they're telling an epic story here, so the long runtime is warranted. This is a highly anticipated release that delivered as expected.
Yeah, I mean, if you like nerdy shit like we do, like I love to paint miniatures or draw or whatever, this is an album you just throw in the background and get lost, and it's perfect for any kind of nerdy stuff you like to do, or if you just love to wallow in sorrow. Throw it on. It's awesome. Veil of Conspiracy, Shape of Grief. I love that we're kicking off 2025 with so much doom, and you know what? This is a great melodic doom metal record. Hailing from Rome, Italy, there's some serious sadness in the gloomy songwriting here on Shape of Grief. The record fearlessly explores the multifaceted nature of sorrow, delving into themes of personal loss, isolation, and despair, things that are just always in doom metal. The lyrics paint a bleak picture, often employing imagery of shadows, darkness, and the vast, unforgiving sea to convey the depths of human emotional turmoil.
I'm usually all for melodic death doom right off the bat, but this band kind of has a tendency to meander more than I'm used to, sort of drawing in those funeral doom tropes more than I typically care for. I will say though, this album grew on me as I listened to it. There are lots of layers here, both sonically and emotionally, especially with the vocal dynamics. They're probably not going to click on the first, second, maybe even third time around, but fans of the genre, you need to be putting this on your watch list if you haven't already.
You're going to have feelings of emptiness, alienation, all the things that Doom just does to you, and that's why we keep showing up for it for some reason. It's an absolute must listen for fans of Swallow the Sun, Daylight Dies, Draconian, or October Tide. Check it out.
Tremonti, the end will show us how. Hard to deny that Mark Tremonti, former guitarist of Creed and Alter Bridge, is one of the great American guitarists of our time, regardless of how you feel about Creed. Human Clay was a monumental record and showcased how crazy good this one guitar player was. I applauded his decision to do his own thing. He's a great vocalist to boot, adding this certain quirk to this band.
Through the vision till it's mine to hold, it will call to me.
We're going to get made fun of for this pick, but I don't really care. I mean, he's just such a great guitar player, and it's undeniable. And for some reason, I don't know why, but now that Creed is like coming back, there's this weird renaissance of everybody loves Creed, even though everyone made fun of them when we were younger. So I don't get it. But anyways, Mark Tremonti's new release showcases his continued brilliance as a guitar player. From heavy-hitting riffs to those introspective melodies, Tremonti demonstrates his signature blend of power and finesse. While his consistency can sometimes border on predictability, I will give you guys that. His songwriting does remain captivating on a lot of the songs on this record. His vocals have matured too. There's a layer of depth there that I kind of appreciated, though not groundbreaking at all. It's a solid addition though to his really impressive discography, solidifying his status as like a modern heavy rock virtuoso.
And there are some really heavy sections on this record, contrasted with those very radio-friendly, formulaic spots that, you know, might hear one or two of these songs on your local station during rush hour. Highlight songs here are One More Time and All the Wicked Things. You might hate on it. I don't care. It's cool riffs. It's fucking heavy.
Check it out or hate it, whatever.
Yeah.
Drown in Sulfur, Vengeance. Forgemates, I've been coming around on deathcore. Yes, it's true. This album has not left my rotation. I've been going to the gym a bunch, trying to somehow be fit, I guess, but this is helping. Drown in Sulfur's Vengeance delivers crushing deathcore with a clear inspiration from Dimmu and even some melodic death metal at times. The album features some very strong songwriting with tracks like Faithless and Vengeance, showcasing a potent blend of devastatingly heavy riffs, melodic motifs, and punishing as fuck breakdowns. There's a clear passion for melody here too, which I really appreciate, and that really helps elevate what typically makes many deathcore bands fall into the good but not great category.
This is a wicked album that the elitists are going to love to hate on. It has a lot of those new breakdowns with crazy digital effects and sound splicing. Really, what's memorable on this album are the more stripped down, heavy as fuck riffs that make up the majority of the record. Sure, there are some unique, bordering on undesirable production tricks here, but I enjoyed listening to this thoroughly. That album art, yeah, that's super fucking memorable, dude.
If I had one small gripe to pick, the vocals could use a little bit more variety, especially in deathcore when you got that low heaviness. You kind of want that full swing of growls to screams. But still, it's really, really good. It's a solid effort that shows this band climbing up in the subgenre. What were your favorite albums in January? We just kicked off the year 2025. Leave them down in the comments below. Throw us a thumbs up. Really helps us out.
Go with the gods, Forgemates. You will drown in vengeance.